look at today's Colfax Vikings Girls game. And now, Viking pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and tonight the 15-1 Viking girls are getting ready to take on the 13-3 Durand Panthers. The Vikings are coming off a 54-35 win over the Mondovi Buffaloes on Tuesday, while the Panthers are coming off a 61-17 domination over the Boyceville Bulldogs also on Tuesday. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Durand Panthers and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get Coach Sarar's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll send it out to Durand High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. So it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's girls basketball game between the Durand Panthers and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are looking to stay atop the Dunn St. Croix Conference following their 54-35 win over the Mondovi Buffaloes on Tuesday. Now, in that game, the Vikings once again used tough physical defense to keep the Mondovi Buffaloes at bay. Leading the way for the Vikings in scoring was sophomore McKenna Shipman, who hit on 7 field goals and 2 free throws for 16 points. Following Shipman, Emily Bertram-Schofield and Maddie Barstead each scored 11 points. Thus far this season, the Vikings are led in scoring by Shipman, who's averaging 16 points per game. She's followed by Barstead, who is putting up nearly 11 points per game. Also leading contributors include Bertram-Schofield with over 9 points per game, as well as Jasmine Best and Jillian Bovey, who are adding around 5.5 points per game each. The leading rebounder for the Vikings this season is also Shipman, who's pulling down nearly 7 boards per game. She's followed by Barstead, who's averaging over 5 rebounds per game. Then come Bertram-Schofield and Hajdukovic, who are averaging 5 per game. The Durand Panthers are coming off a 61-17 win over the Boyceville Bulldogs on Tuesday. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any scoring numbers from that game. However, thus far on the season, leading the Panthers is 5'8" senior Madison Kilbotton, who's averaging just over 12 points per game. She's followed by Emma Hoyt, who's putting up over 7 points per game, along with Paige Auth, who's adding just under 7 points per game. Hoyt is the Panthers' leading rebounder, pulling down just over 5 boards per game. She's followed by Bentley Bauer, Kilbotton, Jocelyn Carruthers, and Auth, who are each grabbing over 3 per game. The Vikings are averaging nearly 61 points per game. Many of those points are a direct result of the Vikings' aggressive defense. The Panthers are averaging 56 points per game. Now, defensively, the Panthers have been giving up an average of a mere 35 points per game, while the Vikings only give up 38. These two teams met back on December 14th, and the Vikings came out on top 52-43. Coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Viking head coach Courtney Sarar on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, but they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today, once again, we're talking with Viking girls head coach Courtney Serrara on Coach's Corner. And Coach, last Tuesday, the Vikings moved another step closer to winning the Dun St. Croix title when they defeated the Mondovi Buffaloes 54-35. Your comments about that game?
Yeah, it was a big win for us. I think, Mondovi is, definitely has the pieces to beat you. They have a lot of athletic kids who I really like. They haven't been able to put it together so far yet, but it was a huge win for us, especially on the road.
And again, there was a period of time in there where the score seemed to be stuck at 7-3 early in the game. It went 4.5 minutes stuck on that score. But, that's a testament to the defense your girls play because, your girls went a little cold for a while, but if they didn't play the kind of defense they play, Mondovi really could have taken advantage, and your girls shut them down during that time at the same period of time.
Yeah, we missed a lot of easy ones. I thought we had a lot of, great looks at the basket. Sometimes the ball doesn't go in. But yeah, our defense, has been really great up to this point, and has been keeping us, alive in those droughts when maybe we're, not making the shots that we need to make. But credit to the girls, they stuck with it and kept shooting. And then, eventually the ball finds the basket, and that's what happened.
Now, that win over Mondovi leaves the Vikings 8-0 in the Dun St. Croix Conference, all alone in first place. However, tonight the Vikings take on the 6-1 Durand Panthers, and a win by the Panthers would put them in a tie with the Vikings, at least in the loss column. What can you tell us about the Panthers?
Yeah, they're very good. I think it's going to be, our toughest test to this point. So we're going to have to come ready to play. I think, they've had this game circled on their calendar. We beat them at our place, and I think they're looking to, even the score, and we're going to have to come ready to play.
Now, it appears as though the Panthers are led by Madison Kilbotton, who scores right around 13 points a game, and she has a supporting cast of more than 7 more players that have scored in double figures this season. This is real similar to the problem the Vikings present to their opponents. What do the Vikings need to do to hold the Panthers in check?
Yeah, we just have to play our great team defense. The Kilbotton girls, definitely their leader. So I think if we can, try to keep her in check and not let other kids get going, I think, it'll definitely benefit us from that standpoint. But like you said, they have a lot of kids who can put the ball in the basket. And I think, we just have to figure out who is going to have the hot hand tonight and try to, shut them down.
Now, the last time these two teams played, it was back on December 14th. As you alluded to earlier, the Vikings came out on top 52-43. That's pretty close to the closest game you've played this season. In what ways are the Panthers different this time around? And for that matter, how are the Vikings different this time around?
I think we've both just gotten better, both defensively and offensively. I know in the first time we met them, we jumped out to an early lead, but then, went through a scoring drought. So I'm hoping that, we can put the ball in the basket tonight and, continue to play our great team defense.
Well, maybe you'll have the sprinkler systems in place so there aren't any scoring droughts tonight. And so good luck on tonight's game. Hopefully the Vikings will be able to keep that conference record unblemished.
Thanks.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to
but I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking Pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings Girls Game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and tonight the 15-1 Viking girls are getting ready to take on the 13-3 Durand Panthers. The Vikings are coming off a 54-35 win over the Mondovi Buffaloes on Tuesday, while the Panthers are coming off a 61-17 domination over the Boyceville Bulldogs also on Tuesday. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Durand Panthers and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get Coach Serrar's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll send it out to Durand High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. So it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's girls basketball game between the Durand Panthers and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are looking to stay atop the Dunn St. Croix Conference following their 54-35 win over the Mondovi Buffaloes on Tuesday. Now, in that game, the Vikings once again used tough physical defense to keep the Mondovi Buffaloes at bay. Leading the way for the Vikings in scoring was sophomore McKenna Shipman, who hit on 7 field goals and 2 free throws for 16 points. Following Shipman, Emily Bertram-Schofield and Maddie Barstead each scored 11 points. Thus far this season, the Vikings are led in scoring by Shipman, who's averaging 16 points per game. She's followed by Barstead, who's putting up nearly 11 points per game. Also leading contributors include Bertram-Schofield with over 9 points per game, as well as Jasmine Best and Jillian Bovey, who are adding around 5.5 points per game each. The leading rebounder for the Vikings this season is also Shipman, who's pulling down nearly 7 boards per game. She's followed by Barstead, who's averaging over 5 rebounds per game. Then come Bertram-Schofield and Hajdukovic, who are averaging 5 per game. The Durand Panthers are coming off a 61-17 win over the Boyceville Bulldogs on Tuesday. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any scoring numbers from that game. However, thus far on the season, leading the Panthers is 5'8" senior Madison Kilbotton, who's averaging just over 12 points per game. She's followed by Emma Hoyt, who's putting up over 7 points per game, along with Paige Auth, who's adding just under 7 points per game. Hoyt is the Panthers' leading rebounder, pulling down just over 5 boards per game. She's followed by Bentley Bauer, Kilbotton, Jocelyn Carruthers, and Auth, who are each grabbing over 3 per game. The Vikings are averaging nearly 61 points per game. Many of those points are a direct result of the Vikings' aggressive defense. The Panthers are averaging 56 points per game. Now, defensively, the Panthers have been giving up an average of a mere 35 points per game, while the Vikings only give up 38. These two teams met back on December 14th, and the Vikings came out on top 52-43. Coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Viking head coach Courtney Serrar on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today, once again, we're talking with Viking Girls head coach Courtney Serrar on Coach's Corner. And Coach, last Tuesday, the Vikings moved another step closer to winning the Dun St. Croix title when they defeated the Mondovi Buffaloes 54-35. Your comments about that game?
Yeah, it was a big win for us. I think, Mondovi is, definitely has the pieces to beat you. They have a lot of athletic kids who I really like. They haven't been able to put it together so far yet, but it was a huge win for us, especially on the road.
And again, there was a period of time in there where the score seemed to be stuck at 7-3 early in the game. It went 4.5 minutes stuck on that score. But, that's a testament to the defense your girls play because, your girls went a little cold for a while, but if they didn't play the kind of defense they play, Mondovi really could have taken advantage, and your girls shut them down during that time at the same period of time.
Yeah, we missed a lot of easy ones. I thought we had a lot of, great looks at the basket. Sometimes the ball doesn't go in. But, yeah, our defense, has been really great up to this point, and has been keeping us, alive in those droughts when maybe we're, not making the shots that we need to make. But credit to the girls, they stuck with it and kept shooting. And then, eventually the ball finds the basket, and that's what happened.
Now, that win over Mondovi leaves the Vikings 8-0 in the Dun St. Croix Conference, all alone in first place. However, tonight the Vikings take on the 6-1 Durand Panthers. And a win by the Panthers would put them in a tie with the Vikings, at least in the loss column. What can you tell us about the Panthers?
Yeah, they're very good. I think it's going to be, our toughest test to this point. So we're going to have to come ready to play. I think, they've had this game circled on their calendar. We beat them at our place, and I think they're looking to, even the score, and we're going to have to come ready to play.
Now, it appears as though the Panthers are led by Madison Kilbotton, who scores right around 13 points a game. And she has a supporting cast of more than 7 more players that have scored in double figures this season. This is real similar to the problem the Vikings present to their opponents. What do the Vikings need to do to hold the Panthers in check?
Yeah, we just have to play our great team defense. The Kilbotton girl is definitely their leader. So I think if we can, try to keep her in check and not let other kids get going, I think, it'll definitely benefit us from that standpoint. But like you said, they have a lot of kids who can put the ball in the basket. And I think, we just have to figure out who is going to have the hot hand tonight and try to, shut them down.
Now, the last time these two teams played, it was back on December 14th. As you alluded to earlier, the Vikings came out on top 52-43. That's pretty close to the closest game you've played this season. In what ways are the Panthers different this time around? And for that matter, how are the Vikings different this time around?
I think we've both just gotten better, both defensively and offensively. I know in the first time we met them, we jumped out to an early lead, but then, went through a scoring drought. So I'm hoping that, we can put the ball in the basket tonight and, continue to play our great team defense.
Well, maybe you'll have the sprinkler systems in place so there aren't any scoring droughts tonight. And So good luck on tonight's game. Hopefully the Vikings will be able to keep that conference record unblemished.
Thanks.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, with a look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Vikings are looking to stick with their stifling defense so they can continue on their winning ways and further pursue their fourth straight Dunn St. Croix Conference title. On the other hand, a win for the Panthers would pull them into a tie for first place with the Vikings in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. So the stage is set for some exciting girls high school basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, in just a moment, we'll send it out to Durand High School, where we will bring you all the action of tonight's girls' game between the Colfax Vikings and the Durand Panthers. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Touchdown! Oh, wow. Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking basketball.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Colfax Viking basketball is on the air.
Maddie Elke's pass gets intercepted. Barstead, she brings it back down the floor. Cuts into the lane. Jumper from the lane, nothing but net this time.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly presents tonight's Colfax Viking girls varsity basketball game.
Barstead over to the left side to Best, who puts up the three and hit it. Jasmine Best with a three-pointer. She's got 8 points.
Join us as we head out to the gym for tonight's Viking basketball.
Pass down the left side to Hajdukovic. Hook shot goes up and in. Jeanette Hajdukovic with the power forward hook. And good evening. Welcome to Durand High School. Rick Olson here along with Dan Petchow. Chris Olson on the camera. And we're getting ready to bring you Viking girls basketball as they take on the Durand Panthers in a game that has all kinds of meaning as to who is going to be in first place in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. JV game went a little bit long tonight. In fact, it went quite a bit long tonight, but it was exciting and it was worth watching, and the Viking JV girls came out on top 40-37 in a game that seemed to take forever.
Yeah, lots of fouls towards the end, the last 3-4 minutes.
And that's the exact same thing that you've talked about in several games, both boys and girls, where you have to be able to win it at the free throw line in the tail end of those close games. And they were, in fact, able to do that. Kaysen Goodell ended up at the line for a number of shots, and she was just cool as a cucumber and put the shots in. And so the Viking JV girls came away victorious. But we have a varsity game coming up here that's going to be, well, it has all the makings of being really exciting. Vikings come into the game 8-0 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference, and the Durand Panthers are 6-1 in the conference. So the Panthers know that if they can find a way to knock off the Vikings tonight, they'll be tied with the Vikings for the conference lead in the loss column. And of course, the Vikings could open up a 2-game lead in that loss column with a win over the Panthers. Dan, what do you see about the Panthers that might be bothersome for the Vikings?
Yeah, the top 3 teams, Elkmont, Colfax, and Durand, they all got a little bit something different. Durand's going to go deep on their bench. They got girls that can score. That's going to be a little different look for Colfax. So the Colfax defense is going to kind of have to be on their game tonight.
Yeah, I think they go like 8 players deep that have scored in double digits so far this season. Of course, they're led by Madison Kilbotton, and she's, I don't know, what is she averaging there, Dan? You got it right there.
Yeah, she's averaging 12.3 points per game.
So that's something the Vikings have to focus on, but it doesn't stop there. I mean, Emma Hoyt isn't that far behind her, and neither is Paige Off. So the Vikings are going to have their work cut out for them defensively. Fortunately for the Vikings, they've been playing pretty stout defense.
Yeah, and that means Coach Schreier's going to have to work a little bit harder tonight, too, to make sure she gets good rotation in. Because if Durand's going to go deep, that's going to make the starters have to work that much harder. So some of those other girls are going to have to step it up for Colfax tonight.
We got about 5 minutes before the start of this one, so we're going to take a brief time out, get a word or two in from our sponsors, and then we'll be back, and Dan will have the starting lineups for tonight's game. You're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
If you have a high-deductible health plan, opening a health savings account at Dairy State Bank will allow you to save tax-free dollars to pay for a long list of health-related services allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. You can use a debit card or check to pay for expenses and access your account through online or mobile banking. Visit DairyStateBank.com to learn more about HSAs and online or mobile banking. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. Chris Olson on the camera back here at Durand High School getting ready for some girls varsity basketball. Colfax Vikings taking on the Durand Panthers. And Dan, why don't you tell us who's going to play in this game? Or at least who's going to start?
Yeah, here's the starters for Durand today. They're going to go with senior number 10, Madison Sand. Senior number 12, Madison Kilbot. Senior number 20, Paige Oth. Senior number 30, Jocelyn Carruthers. Senior number 44, Bentley Bauer. For the Colfax Vikings, they're going to go with senior number 12, Jillian Bovey. Senior number 22, Maddie Barstead. Senior number 24, Emily Bertram Schofield. Senior number 32, Jasmine Best. And sophomore number 42, McKenna Shippen.
And we have a really nicely full house here tonight. Few empty seats over on the other side of the gym, but I'll tell you what, on the side that we're sitting on, we're packed in here amongst the Colfax fans. And as I look down the bleachers on the other side of the scorers table, that's pretty well packed in as well. And So I think we're going to have a loud and raucous crowd here tonight.
Yeah, helps that it's a little warmer outside too.
And this is games down here at Durand between the Vikings and the Panthers have been known to get a little raucous and rowdy.
Yeah, and to our left, we got fans over here that aren't afraid to be a little vocal too, so it should be a good
yeah, they have been known to be. We're even related to some of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of fun. You know, sometimes the games get a little offside or lopsided and it gets quiet around, but I got a feeling this game's going to have a little intensity tonight.
I think so. The two rosters are very similar in strengths. They don't have a super stud scorer on either team, but they have a lot of really good scorers on both teams. And that means the defense can't just take one player out. They have to really focus on all five on the floor. And
yeah, you know, last year Maddie Barstead had the bullseye on her back. I think this year it's going to be McKenna Shipman, so she's going to have her hands full tonight.
So we're getting the Durand fight song, which most of you probably recognize as On Wisconsin. And we're
our song from Memorial High School.
Oh yeah. We're going to have a color guard for the national anthem tonight. And the teams are back over at the bench. And we will have the national anthem, followed by player introductions. See how they do compared to what Dan did. Yeah. He gave it to us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Durand High School for tonight's Durand St. Croix basketball matchup between the visiting Colfax Vikings and your Durand Panthers. Durand High School, the Durand St. Croix Conference, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Thank you. At this time, would you please stand if able and remove your hats as we honor America and the men and women of service who sacrificed for our freedoms, as the Durand High School pep band, under the direction of Miss Lauren Krusky, proudly performs our national anthem. Presenting our nation's colors is the Silver Saber Color Guard, under the leadership of Sergeant Katarina Wood and Co-Sergeant Ripsy King.
the national anthem with the Durand Pep Band and the color guard presenting the colors.
Now for tonight's starting lineups for the Vikings and Coach Sarar. A senior guard, number 12, Jill Bowley. A senior guard, number 22, Maddie Barstead. A senior guard, number 24, Emily Bertram Schofield. A senior guard, number 32, Jazzy Best. A sophomore forward, number 42, McKenna Shipman. The Vikings are assisted by Carly Kittleson and Joe Doucette. Now for Coach Lowenhagen and his starting Panthers. A senior guard, number 10, Madison Sand. A senior guard, number 12, Madison Gill Cotton. A senior guard, number 20, Peja. A senior guard, number 30, Jocelyn Carruthers. A senior forward, number 44, Bentley Bauer. The Panthers are assisted by...
And that's the starting lineups for tonight's game. Again, for the Durand Panthers, we have Sand, Kilbottom, Oth, Carruthers, and Bauer. And for the Vikings, it's Bovey, Barstead, Bertram, Schofield, Best, and Shipman. McKenna Shipman will be jumping center for the Vikings. And it looks like Bentley Bauer out there for the Durand Panthers. Official steps in the circle. Ball goes up, tip controlled by the Panthers. They feed it over to the left side. This is Bauer with it. She gets it over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom puts up the three, off the iron, no good. Rebound tipped around, taken out by Best, and then it's tied up, and we have a jump ball called. Kilbottom got in there right away. And the possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. Barstead inbound, gets it to Best. Full court pressure being put on by Durand. Best loses her balance, gets the ball, and we've got a timeout called by the Vikings. No score yet.
You're right, Jazz, let's go.
And we'll take this timeout as well, as you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Vikings inbound the ball. Best has it. Now she gets it across the timeline. Being guarded closely by Oth. Ball gets over to Bovey on the right side. Bovey on the dribble, takes it into the lane, feeds it underneath, but we have a whistle.
Yeah, carry.
I think they got a carry.
Yep.
Got a little high on that dribble. So the Panthers have it. They get it to Bauer in the forecourt. On the left side, takes it to the free throw line. From the paint, puts a shot up, and it goes in. Bentley Bauer with the first 2 points of the night. Best with it. Again, being guarded by Oth. She feeds it down underneath to Shipman, puts the shot up, and they're going to get Shipman with an offensive foul. First foul on Shipman, first foul on anybody. Sand to inbound it. She gets into Kilbottom, but she couldn't control it. Vikings have it. Bertram Schofield out to Best at the top of the key. Best gets it over to the left side to Shipman, three-pointer. She hit it! McKenna Shipman with the three puts the Vikings on top 3-2. The Panthers have it. They get it into the forecourt. Oth with it. Feeds it over to Sand, back over to Oth, puts it up. She hit the three. Or check that's Oth who made that shot. Best with it, and she got run into by Sand, and the foul is on Sand. That's the first foul on the Panthers.
You can tell already this is going to be a physical game.
Waited for Bertram Schofield to get her shoe tied. Now Barstead inbound it. She gets it into Shipman, but they misconnected on the pass. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Panther ball. At midcourt, Sand to inbound it. She gets it into Kilbottom in the backcourt. She brings it up across the timeline over to the right side to Bauer.
Colfax goes a man.
Back over to Oth on the left. She gets it over to Carruthers. Carruthers to Bauer, to Sand. Now it's out to Bauer, to Carruthers. Back out to Bauer at the top of the key. She gets it over to Kilbottom. Then down to Oth. Out to Carruthers. And down underneath, the Sand puts a shot up. It's no good. And the Vikings come down with it. Barstead with it. High, wide, and right. Takes it to the right wing. Now to the free throw line. Out to Shipman. Shot is no good. Rebound taken down by Bovey. Takes it out. Three-pointer on the way. And that one's no good. Down the floor come the Panthers. Off with it. She gets tied up. And we're going to get a foul. Foul's on Best. It's her first personal, second team foul. Durand with the ball. This will be Sand inbounding it to Chloe Oth. She gets it over to Hoyt. Then out to Bauer, to Sand. Pass gets intercepted by Bovey. Bovey takes it down the floor, puts it up. She got fouled as she tried to put it up. Ball did not go in, but Bovey will go to the line for two. Foul's going to be on Chloe Oth. So we have Chloe Oth and Paige Oth. First shot is up and in by Bovey. Second shot on the way. It's also good, and we're tied at 5. Bauer inbounds it to Kilbottom. She brings up guarded by Bovey. They feed it over to the right side to Sand. Back across the left side to Bauer. She takes it to the free throw line. Now down the right side of the lane. Kicks it outside to Sand. Back out to Bauer.
Colfax still on man.
This is Chloe Oth. Out to Kilbottom. Down the right side. Works it back out to the outside. This is Bauer. Sand has it on the left side into the paint. Puts the shot up. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Bovey. And the Vikings bring it down the floor. Best on the dribble. Best feeds it over to Bertram Schofield on the left. Back out to Bovey. Then to Best on the right. To Barstead, three on the way, no good. Rebound taken down by Bovey. She puts it up and in. Jillian Bovey. 4 points on the night. Bauer with it. Gets it out to Kilbottom, then over to the left side to Chloe. And she puts up no good. Rebound taken away by Bertram Schofield. And they get it over to Best. Best brings it across the timeline between the circles. Takes it into the paint. Goes up with it. It goes in and she across the arm. This is going to go to the line for the +1. And the foul is on Chloe Oth.
Her second.
We have Olsen, Hajdukovic, and Hydorn into the lineup for the Vikings. Also coming in is Dippenbrock for the Panthers. Best at the line. Her shot is up. Off the back of the air, no good. Rebound being fought for on the floor. We have a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Panthers.
Here we go.
So Sandy inbound it. She gets it into Oth, back to Sand. Sand coming through the backcourt. Now she goes across the timeline between the circles. Feeds it over to the right side to Dippenbrock. Over to the left to Sand. Puts a shot up and in.
Madison Sand with the first 2 points.
Vikings bring it down the floor. And the pass gets taken away by the Panthers, and going up with the shot is Kilbottom, and she got fouled by Barstead. So Madison Kilbottom at the line for 2. First shot is up. Off the back of the air, no good. Vikings leading 9-7. 12:55 to go in the first half. Kilbottom's second shot is up. It's good. So it's a 1-point game. Best on the dribble. Feeds it over to Hydorn, and Hydorn double dribbled. She put it to the floor, then caught it with 2 hands and put it back to the floor again.
The ball's got a little extra bounce in it tonight.
So maybe this is Inflategate.
Oh. Controversy.
So Durand on the dribble on the left side. This is Kilbottom with it. Takes it around to the right side. Feeds it out to Bredung, and the shot is no good. Kilbottom with the rebound. She's triple teamed. Feeds it underneath to Oth, and we have a whistle and a foul. And the foul is going to be on Jeanette Hajdukovic. It's her first personal. That's the 4th foul on the Vikings. Chloe Oth at the line. First shot is good. We're tied at 9. Shipman into the lineup for Barstead.
Come in.
Chloe Oth's second shot is on the way. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Bredung. Her shot is no good. Panthers get the rebound again. They get it out to Kilbottom. Long 3-pointer on the way. It's short, and it was out of bounds.
One thing Colfax has to work on is boxing out and get those rebounds. Durand's getting second chances.
Olsen to inbound. Full court pressure being put on by the Panthers. She gets it into Best. Best on the dribble. Feeds it a little too long for Hydorn. And it's out of bounds.
Colfax having a little trouble with Durand full court press.
So the Panthers have it. Kilbottom feeds it over to the right side. Shot goes up. It rattles around and in by Dippenbrock. 3-pointer. 12-9. Durand on top. Pass gets intercepted, and Kilbottom puts it in. And the Vikings throw away the inbound pass. And the officials talking about it.
It was a tip.
One of them saying the ball may have been tipped. And they're having a discussion about it. We'll have to wait and see what they call here.
Maybe we're going to have to get an instant replay for them.
So it is going to be Durand ball. Off to inbound. Gets it in, shot goes up and good, and we get a foul. Emma Hoyt with the shot. And the foul is on Bertram Schofield. Shot goes up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings. Best comes down, gets it to Barstead. Barstead tries to feed it across, and the ball got tipped out of bounds. And they're saying it was last touched by the Vikings.
We got a foul on Maddie Barstead.
So that's what they called. The offensive foul on Barstead, that'll be her second.
Yeah, one thing I noticed Colfax is doing right now is they're just not too confident going to the hoop. You know, Maddie Barstead had the open shot, tried to get the pass. You just got to go up with it.
That's a sixth foul on the Vikings. Bredung on the dribble. She gets it over to Hoyt, then down into the left corner. That's to Oth, that's Paige Oth. She goes up with it, an offensive foul being called on Paige Oth. Ainsley Olsen planted her feet down there and took the charge.
Yeah, good job by Ainsley Olsen to slide down and take that charge.
That's the first foul on Oth. Fourth team foul on the Panthers. Bertram Schofield with it in the backcourt. Gets it back to Olsen, swings it around. Bovey into the forecourt. She's being real closely hounded out there by Bredung. Out to Best between the circles. Best takes it into the paint, tries to put it up. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. Ball did not go through, but the foul is going to be on Oth. That's the second foul on her, fifth team foul. This is Paige Oth. Jasmine Best at the line. Shot goes up, it's good. 16-10. Second shot off the back of the iron. Ball's chased down by Bovey. Over to Best. Best takes it out between the circles. Coming back down the right side. They pass it down underneath the Shipman. Gets it out to Olsen. Three-pointer on the way. Off the back of the iron. No good. And out of bounds off of Shipman. Shipman tapped the ball and it went out of bounds.
We'll see if Coach Chirago is full court here and kind of matches Durand's defense, and it looks like they will.
Panthers with it. They get it into Kilbottom in the backcourt. She's being guarded by Bovey. Comes across the timeline. Feeds it over to Hoyt. Then over to the left side to Chloe Oth. Then over to the right side. Cross-court pass intercepted. Bovey with it across the timeline. Lost the handle, but found the ball. Feeds it to Olsen between the circles. Over to Shipman on the left. Shipman at the top of the key. Gets it over to Best. Best on the dribble. Feeds it to Olsen, cutting into the lane. Lays it up. It's a little short. Rebound. Tied up jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. Bauer into the lineup for Dippenbrock for the Durand Panthers. Shipman gets it into Best. And Best draws the foul. That's going to be a foul on Madison Sand. That's her second. It's the sixth team foul. So both teams will be in the bonus for the rest of the half. Best on the dribble, high, wide, and left. Feeds to Olsen in the lane. Ball gets knocked away Vikings get it back out to Best, feeding it underneath Olsen. She missed the layup, and then the rebound got taken away, and the Panthers have it. Bauer with it across the timeline. Takes it to the free throw line, gets it over to Hoyt. Hoyt down at the baseline, gets it out to Kloyoff, puts up the three, and she hit it. 19-10. Panthers up by 9. Vikings with the ball. Bovey tries to get it down to Shipman, and the ball went out of bounds. Shipman couldn't quite grab a hold of it.
You know, one thing that Colfax is doing right now is they just got to slow it down a little bit. You know, they almost look like a little panic mode. They haven't had this situation in a while where they're behind. And right now, they just got to play their game and not Durand's.
And go back to the fundamentals. Look the ball all the way in.
Yeah, slow the game down. Play what they're used to.
Vikings have the ball. Best stole it. They pass it across the baseline to Bertram Schofield. Swings around, takes it into the lane. She put it up and in. 19-12. Emily Bertram Schofield. Somebody tends to keep a pretty cool head in these situations. She's one of those, say, climb on my back. Here we go. Shot by Hoyt is up, no good. Barstead with the rebound. Down the floor she Okay, now we got our audio back. I don't know what happened to it there, but 1916. Durand on top. This is Bauer with it. She gets it over to Weisenbeck. Back out to Bredong. Over to Bauer. To Hoyt. And they get it to Bredong. Now back out high to Weisenbeck. Over to the right side now to Kloyoff. She tries the right baseline, but turns around. Ball gets taken away by Hajdukovic. Down the floor to Bertram Schofield. Feeds it underneath, and ball gets knocked out of bounds by the Panthers. Kloyoff with the tipping the ball out of bounds. Couple of substitutes for Durand. Dippenbrock into the lineup. Vikings feed it into Hajdukovic. He puts up the shot. It's off the board, no good. Durand comes away with it. 6:31 to go in the first half. This is Bauer at the top of the key. Gets it over to Kilbottom. High, wide, and right. Over to Hoyt. We have a whistle and a foul. And it's an offensive foul.
I think Jasmine Best got a little hip check there from
Dippenbrock.
Yeah, Maddie.
That's her first personal. 7th team foul, and that should be, oh, it's an offensive foul, so it wouldn't be a bonus. So the Vikings inbound. Olsen gets it into Best. Best brings it down the floor. Across the timeline. On the dribble. The ball gets knocked away and out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball. As Best was trying to penetrate the paint, a Durand hand got in there, knocked it away, and then it went out of bounds. Olsen with it, feeds it over to the left side to Best. Underneath the Hajdukovic, she puts it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Durand. Kilbotten with it, feeds it over to the left side to Bauer. Back over to the right side, that's Dippenbrock. To Kilbotten, to Bauer, to Sand. Over to Carruthers. This is Bauer now coming in on the right side, puts a shot up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by Olsen. Best on it, on the dribble. Vikings trail by 3.
Take care of the ball!
Best with it over to the right side to Bovee. Bovee tries to feed it to Hajdukovic, but didn't see that Hajdukovic was cutting into the lane. Threw it behind her and out of bounds.
Yeah, Colfax looks a little frazzled right now.
Kilbotten brings the ball down the floor. Feeds it over to Bauer. Bauer over to Kilbotten on the left side. Tries the left baseline. Puts it up and it's good. 21-16. Vikings down by 5. Best on the dribble. Gets it across the timeline. Feeds it underneath the Hajdukovic. The shot is a little shy. And ball gets taken away by Sand. Even when they get the offensive board, the ball's getting taken away and they're not getting the second shot. This is Kilbotten on the dribble around to the right side. Gets it over to Dippenbrock. Then they get over to Sand. She cuts into the lane. Back out to Dippenbrock for 3. No. Hajdukovic with the rebound. Best on the dribble. Over to Bovee. To the left side to Bertram Schofield. Drives into the lane. Tries to put the shot up and it got blocked. And Durand has it. Down the floor they come. This is Sand on the dribble. Out to Bauer. Then to Kilbotten with a 3-pointer off the iron. No good. Rebound taken by Hajdukovic. So Best brings it across the timeline. 3:45 to go in the first half. Out to Bovee on the right side.
Colfax has to move. Not a standing
Bovee
around.
on the dribble, she spins, cuts into the lane, puts a shot up. She got fouled going up. She overlaid it, but she got fouled going up, and so.
30. Yep.
So the foul is on Jocelyn Carruthers. Bovee's at the line for 2. First shot is off the back of the iron, no good. It's the first foul on Carruthers, 8th foul on Durand. Barstead into the Viking lineup, replacing Hajdukovic. Bovee's second shot is up, it's good. 21-17, Shipman in for Bovee. Bauer inbounds it to Sand. Sand brings it down the floor for Durand. Across the timeline, over to Bauer. Then over to Dippenbrock, and we have a whistle, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
I'm going to throw that one on Carruthers, too.
Yeah, it was on Carruthers. It's her second. Barstead with it. Gets it into Best. Best comes down through the backcourt. Crosses the timeline. And we have a whistle and a foul.
What do they got following?
We have a moving screen, I think, being called on Bertram Schofield. That's Emily's second foul, 7th foul on the Vikings. Pageoff on the dribble. Feeds it over to Bauer. Bauer at the top of the key, over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom comes out high. Gets it over to Hoyt on the right side. Back out to Pageoff, then to Chloeoff. Back to Pageoff. Loses the handle, but gets the dribble. Tries to pass it, and it was tipped, but she gets it back. Pageoff still on the dribble. Over to Bauer. Now they get it over to the right side to Kilbottom. Kilbottom outside the arc. She's bottled up there. And we get a whistle.
Timeout.
And timeout called by the Durand Panthers. So with a timeout on the floor, you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
On those days when you're hankering for something that's delicious and nutritious, simply stop by FitFam Nutrition in Colfax. They serve Herbalife meal replacement shakes, metabolism-boosting teas and protein coffees. They taste as good as they sound, and they're healthy. Come and visit the Bentons and let them prepare for you a simply sweet treat, or something for the chocoholic or coffee lover in you. FitFem is a slam dunk. That's FitFem Nutrition, complete with one-on-one wellness coaching and business opportunities. 1020 University Avenue in Colfax.
Back here at Durand. Vikings trailing 21-17. Inbound pass by Durand goes to Hoyt. He's got it over on the right side, gets bottled up there. Out to Oth. That's Pageoff. Now they've got it to Kilbottom. Over to Chloeoff, three-pointer. It's long. Chased down by Oth, and the inbound attempt goes off of Barstead and out of bounds. Kilbottom to inbound it. She gets it out to Hoyt. Gives it to Kilbottom as she circles through. Three-pointer on the way, off the back of the air, no good. Hoyt with the rebound. She hangs on to it, gets it out to Pageoff. To Bauer, back to Kilbottom, back to Bauer. Bauer to Hoyt. Back out to Bauer. To Kilbottom on the left. She drives down to the lane, puts it up. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. Foul is on Barstead.
Maddie, I was thinking Ainsley. That's Maddie's third, I do believe.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get Olsen on that one too, but no, they said Barstead, so it's her third. Shot is up, no good. Oh, they're having a discussion over here.
Do they switch it then? Because the ref said 14. They haven't changed that on the board, though.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Shot goes up. Olsen comes down with the rebound. Hits the ball over to Best. Little not careful on that pass that time. She tried to throw it right through a body. Vikings have it down in the left corner. Feeds underneath to Barstead. Puts the shot up. It's no good. That went about halfway down before it decided to come out. Vikings will have the control of the ball. Bertram Schofield inbound it, gets it out to Olsen, puts up the three. No! Barstead with the rebound. No, she doesn't get it. Hoyt with it. Gets it to Kilbottom across the timeline. Feeding it over to the left side to Pageoff, to Chloeoff down in the left corner. Out to Kilbottom, high, wide, and right. To Bauer on the right side, then out to Pageoff at the top of the key. Now Chloeoff down in the left corner. To Bauer at the top. Taking it down is Hoyt, then back out to Bauer, three-pointer on the way, no good. Nice job of boxing out by Barstead that time. She didn't get control of the ball. Olsen grabbed it, but she did a real nice job of boxing out. Barstead with it on the right side, feeds it to Shipman, lays it up and in.
Strong move by McKenna Shipman for 2 points.
35 seconds to go, 2-point game, 21-19. Durand with the ball. Pass goes off the back of Barstead, but Durand gets it back.
See if they play for one.
Page off. They get it over to Kilbottom on the right side. Now she dribbles out between the circles. About 10 seconds remaining. Kilbottom on the dribble. She comes around, feeds it underneath, gives it to Hoyt. Hoyt puts it up. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Olsen, gets knocked out of bounds, and it's halftime.
Hey, good job.
Holy cow, heck of a first half. Durand Panthers 21, Vikings 19. We've got Viking halftime coming up right after this timeout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're going to be talking with Ainsley Olsen, and Ainsley is a junior here at Colfax High School. Ainsley, we know you've been playing basketball for a while now. When did you get started, and what kind of an experience has it been for you?
I think I got started in 3rd grade, and it's been pretty good.
All right. Now, what's the most important thing that you've learned playing basketball?
Always put your team first.
Okay. Now, when you're not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you busy, occupied, entertained?
Running cross country and just hanging out with my horses.
Okay. I've got a few rapid fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Cookies.
What kind?
Chocolate chip.
Oh, America's favorite, isn't it? And your favorite color and why?
Red. Just, I don't know.
You've worn red most of your life, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
Invisibility, because nobody would be able to see me.
Okay. Now, if you have a superpower like invisibility, of course you have to have a superhero name. So what would be your superhero name?
I have no idea.
I guess that name is invisible, just like your power of invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite NBA or WNBA team?
The Lakers.
Okay, the Lakers. That's a good one. And your favorite collegiate team?
I have no idea.
No idea? Okay. We're talking with Ainsley Olsen on Viking Profile. And Ainsley, you're only a junior, but what are your plans for when you complete high school?
I'm thinking about being a physical therapist.
Okay, do you have any idea where you want to go to school for that?
Probably lacrosse.
All right. How about a shout out to your family?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad for making me play basketball, and my sister for being a good role model.
Yeah. And of course, you want to give a super shout out to your very bestest grandpa ever, right?
Yeah, and my grandpa.
Okay. Hey, we want to thank Ainsley Olsen for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him.
And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, it starts to work itself out.
Time now for the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
The Colfax Vikings athletics were back in full swing following their COVID layoff last week. Both the boys and girls basketball teams had 2 games, while the wrestlers also had 2 events. The Viking boys had a difficult time shaking off the rust from the COVID layoff in their games against Elk Mound and Plum City Elmwood. On Tuesday the 18th, the Viking boys took on the Elk Mound Mounders, where they had a difficult time mounting an offense as they were defeated 65-22. Then on Friday, the Vikings traveled to Elmwood, where they were defeated by the Plum City Elmwood Wolves 64-40. Those losses leave the Vikings with a record of 5-7 overall and 2-4 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. The Viking girls had the opportunity to clean off the rust from the COVID layoff when they defeated the Glen 28 on Thursday the 20th. Then on Saturday, the Vikings traveled to Elk Mound to make up the game with the Mounders. Both teams came into this game undefeated in the Dunn St. Croix Conference in a physical, defense-dominated game, with the Vikings coming out on top 42-29. Those wins leave the Viking girls with a record of 14-1 overall, 7-0, and sitting alone atop the Dunn St. Croix Conference. On Thursday the 20th, the Bloomer Colfax Raptors wrestling team was defeated by the Cadott Hornets in a dual meet, 66-9. That loss leaves the Raptors with an 8-8 record in dual meets. Then on Saturday, the Raptors traveled to Shell Lake to wrestle in the Shell Lake Challenge. Winning a championship in that tournament for the Raptors at 160 pounds was Bowen Rothbauer with a 3-1 decision over Chase Fennier from New Richmond. The Bloomer Colfax Raptors placed 10th out of 14 teams at the tournament. This week, the Viking basketball teams have another busy schedule with 4 games total. The Viking girls will travel to Mondovi to take on the Mondovi Buffaloes on Tuesday. This will be part of a broadcast doubleheader on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Then on Friday, they will travel to Durand to tangle with the Durand Panthers. We're carrying that game live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. On Tuesday, the boys host the Spring Valley Cardinals. This will be part 2 of the broadcast doubleheader on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We will begin broadcasting same-day coverage following the girls' game at approximately 9:30. Then on Thursday, the boys will host the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. We're carrying that game live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. On Friday, the Bloomer Colfax Raptors will travel to Abbotsford to take on the Falcons in their Clover Belt crossover dual meet. Wrestling gets underway at 7 p.m. Now, coming up next week, the Bloomer Colfax Raptors will travel to Cadott for the Clover Belt Conference Tournament. That's on Saturday. The Viking boys basketball team will have 3 games next week. On Monday the 31st, the boys will travel to Prairie Farm to play in part 1 of a boys-girls doubleheader with the Prairie Farm Panthers. Then on Tuesday, February 1st, they'll travel to Mondovi to take on the Mondovi Buffaloes. This will be part 1 of a broadcast doubleheader with the girls' game versus Altoona from Colfax following shortly after. Then on Friday, the boys will wrap up their week by traveling to Durand to take on the Durand Panthers. We will carry all 3 of these games live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Viking girls are also scheduled for 3 games next week. On Monday, the 31st, they too will travel to Prairie Farm to take on the Panthers. This will be part 2 of the boys-girls doubleheader and will follow shortly after the boys game concludes. The next night, February 1st, the girls will host the Altoona Railroaders. This will be part 2 of our broadcast doubleheader, with same-day coverage beginning shortly following the conclusion of the boys' game from Mondovi at approximately 9:30. Then on Thursday, February 3rd, the girls will wrap up their week by hosting the Boyceville Bulldogs. We will carry those games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. In other school news, the Viking dance team will compete in the regional dance competition in Hudson on Saturday, and the Dunn St. Croix Honors Choir and Band performance will be held on Saturday. That's what's happening at Colfax High School for the week of January 23rd through the 29th.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
And we're back here at Durand High School getting ready to start the second half. Teams are back on the floor. Durand will get the ball to start the second half. Durand Panthers on top, 21-19, as we're getting ready to get things started. Madison Sand inbound the ball. Looks like she'll toss it into Kilbottom. And she does. Kilbottom brings it across the timeline. Feeds it over to Bauer on the left side. To Kilbottom, the left wing. Drives to the free throw line, out to Sand from 3. Off the iron, no good. And the Vikings come away with it. Best to bring it down the floor. Gets it over to Barstead. To Bertram Schofield, feeds it to Barstead on the opposite side, lays it up and in. And folks, we are tied. 21-21. Kilbottom with it between the circles. Over to Auth on the left. To Bauer. To Kilbottom on the right. She gets it over to Carruthers. Back over to Auth on the right. Kilbottom thought about the 3, gets it back over to Auth, to Carruthers, to Bauer on the left corner. Back out high. This is Auth. To Bauer on the left. Cross-court pass over to Carruthers on the right. To Auth down in the right corner. Back out to Bauer. To Sand at the top of the key. Over to Auth. She's on the right side. Feeds it down to Bauer. Feeds it into the lane to Kilbottom, and the Vikings force an errant pass and get the ball. Best on the dribble. Comes across the timeline. Feeds it over Bertram Schofield. 3 on the way. It's no good. Rebound. Tap back in bounds. And saved in. Shipman with the save gets it to Best. Then back to Shipman from 3. No. Shipman gets her own rebound. Gets it out to Bovey. Over to Best. Best to Shipman. Takes it into the lane, puts it up, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds by the Panthers. So it'll be Viking ball on the baseline.
Okay, be patient, ready? All right, let's go.
Bovey with it. Looking to inbound. Feeds it into Shipman, puts it up and in.
Strong shot there by McKenna Shipman.
23-21, Vikings on top. Bauer with it on the right side, gets it over to the left side. Off, 3-pointer on the way, off the iron, no good. Ball gets tipped, picked up by Sand. They get it to Auth, takes it into the paint, kicks it out to Kilbottom. 3-pointer is good. 24-23, Durand on top. Best brings it down the floor. Feeds it to the left side to Shipman. Ball got knocked loose, and Durand comes away with it. Kilbottom over to Bauer. To Sand. Sand at the top of the key. Gets it over to Auth. Now they're on the right side. Jocelyn Carruthers with the 3. No good. Rebound by the Vikings. Down the floor come the Vikings. Barstead with it. She goes up. She got fouled. Fouls on Bauer. It's her first personal, first team foul. Shot is up. It's good. We're tied at 24. Barsted's second shot is up, and it's good. 25-24, Vikings on top. Sand with the ball through the center circle. Feeds it over to the left side to Bauer. Down to Chloe Oth in the left corner. She brings it back out high over to Paige Oth, then over to the right side to Bauer. Cross court pass to Chloe Oth on the left side to Bauer at the top of the key. Drives into the paint, puts the shot up. We have a whistle and a foul on Best.
12.
No, I take it back. It's on Bovey. First foul on Bovey. First team foul on the Vikings. First shot is no good by Bauer. Into the lineup for the Vikings. Hajdukovic, Olsen, and Hydorn. Second shot on the way, and that's good. We're tied at 25, 14:33 to go. Olsen inbounds it to Hydorn. Hydorn on the dribble through the backcourt. She gets it across the timeline. Gets it to Olsen, high, wide, and right. Over to the left side to Best. Best on the dribble. Gets it to Hydorn. Hydorn tries to get it to Hajdukovic. Off stepped in front. Gets the ball out to Sand. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken down by Dippenbrock. Feeding it down in the corner to Chloe Oth. Gets it back out to Sand. To Paige Oth. Then over to Hoyt. To Dippenbrock. This is Paige Oth driving into the lane. Out to Hoyt. Three-pointer on the way. No. And the rebound taken down by the Vikings.
Colfax has to set something up here. They're getting a little ragged on offense.
Best with it. Tries to feed it into the lane. Got tipped, and going up with the shot is Shipman. She got fouled on the way up.
See if they get Madison Sand.
And it is on Madison Sand. It's her third. First free throw is good by McKenna Shipman. That's 10 points for Shipman tonight. Here's her second shot. It's good. Kilbottom with it. Across the timeline for Durand. Gets it to Chloe Oth on the left side. Now they get it back out high. That was Bredong. Over to Hoyt. Then to Chloe Oth down in the corner. On the right side, Kilbottom with it. Comes down the right side of the lane, feeds it underneath to Hoyt, but her shot was no good. Olsen with the rebound, and here come the Vikings back down the floor. Best on the dribble. She pulls up the dribble. Gets it to Hajdukovic. To Shipman. Out to Hydorn. Hydorn gets it to Hajdukovic. Tries to feed it back to Hydorn. Got knocked away, but Hydorn got it back. Tries to pass it out to Best. Ball gets intercepted by Chloe Oth. She gets it out to Bredong. Bredong to Dippenbrock. To Chloe Oth on the right side. Back out high. Now Kilbottom. And then a shot by Hoyt. A three-pointer is good. Durand on top, 28-27. Olsen inbounds it, and the ball's out of bounds. It'll be Vikings ball. Olsen's inbound pass was tapped away by Hoyt and out of bounds.
You know, it's interesting tonight. Both teams have gone man-to-man defense the whole game, and it's going to be a big test for both teams who can outlast the other.
Vikings inbound. Best on the dribble. Her pass gets tapped up into the air and out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Vikings. A little curious about that one. But we're on the other side of the floor, so we didn't have the good view. Kilbottom to inbound it. She gets it into Dippenbrock, back to Kilbottom. It's over to Bredung. Bredung takes it to the free throw line. Feeds it over to Dippenbrock, to Kilbottom, to Chloe Oth down in the left corner. Feeds it underneath. Ball gets knocked away by the Vikings. Bertram Schofield with it. Hits it over to Best.
All right, see if
Best to
Colfax can do
Barstead.
something.
Barstead launches a three. No. Bertram Schofield puts it back up. No good. Kilbottom with it. Quickly down the right side. Tries to feed it into the lane. Intercepted by Bovey. Vikings coming back. Bovey on the dribble. Into the paint. Hands it off to Barstead, who lays it up and in. Puts the Vikings back on top. 11:20 to go in the game, and we have a 1-point lead for the Vikings. Hoyt has it over on the left side. And he goes up with a shot. She got up with a shot and got taken right out of her hands by Shipman. Gets it over to Barstead. Barstead puts up a three. No. And here comes Durand back down the floor. Bredung on the dribble. Across the timeline. To Chloe Ock, high, wide, and right. Takes it out between the circles. Gets it over to Dippenbrock. Back out to Bredung. Back over on the left side to Hoyt. Hoyt tries to feed it over to the right side to Dippenbrock. Guarded by Bertram Schofield. Feeds it to Chloe Oth on the right side. Puts a shot up, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Foul's on Best. And that's her second foul. Second team foul on the Vikings. First shot is up and good. We're tied at 29. Second shot by Chloe Oth is up and also good. 30-29, Durand on top. Vikings with it. Best on the dribble. Being guarded by Chloe Oth. Best across the timeline. Spins. Feeds it over to Shipman. To Barstead. Barstead tries to go up and lost her balance, lost the ball, and here comes Durand. Sand with it, gets it down the right side to Paige Oth. Out high to Hoyt at the top of the key. To Sand on the left. Back to Dippenbrock on the right. Down into the right corner to Hoyt. Back out to Chloe Oth, out high. To Sand on the left side. This is Dippenbrock on the left side. Now takes it into the paint. We have a collision in the lane.
The hider, or is that Bovey went for the steal
and she ran smack dab into Dippenbrock. And Jillian Bovey, a little smaller, and took the brunt of that one. And also got charged with the foul. That insult injury. Chloe puts her shot up and it's good, a three-pointer. 33-29, 4-point lead now for Durand. Hydorn on the dribble. Quickly across the timeline, takes it into the paint. Tries to feed it out to Shipman. Ball got knocked out of bounds. It was knocked out of bounds by Durand. We have a couple substitutes for Durand. Bauer back in. Kilbottom back in.
One thing Colfax has to do is make sure they're communicating with each other and helping. Don't leave somebody out on an island. If they need help with the ball, go get it.
Inbound pass to Best. Tries to feed it into the lane to Hydorn. She got fouled. This will be the third foul against Durand, and the foul is on Paige Oth. It's her third. 9:24 to go. Hydorn looking for somewhere to go. Gets it into Bertram Schofield. Takes it down towards the lane, went up and draws the foul.
Yeah, good job by Emily Bertram Schofield there to draw the contact on the baseline.
Foul's on Bauer. That's Bauer's second personal. Fourth team foul. Bertram Schofield at the line for 2. First shot's up. No good. Olsen in for Hydorn for the Vikings. And Hajdukovic is coming in for the shooter, so she's not coming in yet. Bertram Schofield's shot is good. So now Hajdukovic can come in for her. 33-30. Vikings trail by 3.
Big stop here right now for Colfax. They need to get a good stop, come down and get a good offensive possession.
Kilbottom with it on the right side, gets it over to the left side. Pageoff with it at the top of the key. Feeds it over to Sand on the right to Kilbottom. Kilbottom drives to the free throw line. Gets it over to Dippenbrock, back to Kilbottom. Or check that's to Oth. And they get it into the lane. Sand puts a shot, blocked. I think that was Hajdukovic on the block from behind. Barstead with it, takes it up, puts it up, no good. A lot of collision going on down there. Trapped down underneath is Durand, but they get it out to Kilbottom, who brings it across the timeline. Gets it out to Dippenbrock. Her shot is no good. Attempting to save it was Pageoff, but she was out of bounds. It'll be Vikings ball.
Full court press for Durand again.
Best on the dribble for the Vikings in the backcourt. Kilbottom on her. Best feeds it over to Barstead. Into the lane, and we've got a whistle and a call. And they call a charge on Shipman.
It's only her second. That was a tough one. It's kind of a late whistle, too.
I think Viking fans didn't like it too much.
Yeah, you know, it was kind of, she kind of came at an angle. It wasn't a direct hit to the Durand player.
So down the floor come the Panthers. Kilbottom feeds it over to the left side to Hoyt. Hoyt back to Kilbottom. Takes it into the lane, puts it up, and the shot was blocked by Hajdukovic. Barstead with it, across the timeline. Feeds it to Hajdukovic. Cross-court pass over to Shipman. Puts the shot up, no good. Rebound taken away by Sand. And down the floor comes Durand. 7:39 to go. Kilbottom out high, wide, and left. Waiting for things to set up. Comes to the top of the key. Over to the right side. Feeds it out high to Oth. Back over to Kilbottom on the right side. Durand willing to take their time. Hoyt with it, drives the baseline, puts it up, it was blocked. Down the floor quickly comes Shipman, she puts it up, and we're gonna get a blocking foul this time. I think she tried a little too hard to sell it. She started falling over before Shipman got to her. Foul's on Dippenbrock. That's her second, 15 foul. Shipman at the line for 2. First one's up. No. Rolls around and off. Bertram Schofield and Bobby into the lineup for Hajdukovic and Olsen. Bauer into the lineup for Durand, for Dippenbrock.
Hajdukovic is going to take a seat. Good series for her. 3 blocks.
Shipman with her second shot is on the way. That one's good. 33-31, Vikings trail by 2. Durand with the ball. This is Sand on the dribble. She takes it across the timeline. Feeds it over to the right side to Bauer. High, wide, and right. Over to the left side now.
Colfax still in man.
To Kilbottom. Back out to Hoyt. To Bauer at the top of the key. Over to the left side to Kilbottom, down into the corner. This is Chloe off. Down to Kilbottom underneath. She lays it up and in. They kind of let Kilbottom get loose underneath, and they found her. Durand found her, and she put in the 2. 35-31. Bovey on the dribble between the circles. Taking her time. And Shipman with it, takes it into the lane, tries to go up with it, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. No, I think they're going to call the ball out of bounds.
Yep, stepping out of bounds.
Hard, Jazz.
Viking fans wanted a foul called on that drive. There was a lot of contact there. Ball gets passed out to Barstead, three-pointer on the way. She hit the 3! Maddie Barstead with the 3. 35-34, Vikings close it to 1. Durand with the ball. Bauer with it at the top of the key. Gets it over to the right side. Kilbottom with it. Takes it into the lane. Kicks it back out. Shot goes up. 3-point answer by Hoyt. 38-34. Vikings come down the floor. Best on the dribble. Ball gets taken away and saved back in bounds right into the hands of the Vikings. And we have a whistle.
I think it's the official whistle. He was looking at the clock. You know, this helps Colfax out. This is a very fast game tonight, and this is not what they're used to.
All right, now let's see what the officials are having to say.
Yeah, I'm really not for sure what it is.
And to be honest with you, I have no idea what they've called or why they stopped the game. But they're having an officials convention over there at the scores table. I don't know if anybody brought snacks, though.
They're looking at the clock or something on the scoreboard. I don't know if there's a discussion about the score.
Well, scoreboards on both ends say the same thing. We have a 4-point game. 38-34. It's going to be Viking ball. I wonder if when the play was over on the far side there, Dan, if the scoreboard keeper didn't think the ball went out of bounds and stopped the clock when he shouldn't have.
Sure.
Ball came into Shipman. Shipman on the right side. And we're going to get a foul on Shipman. She gave a little shove with the forearm that time.
Yeah. 12 sold it, too.
So Durand will inbound it. That's, by the way, the 3rd foul on Shipman, 15 foul on the Vikings. Kilbottom on the dribble. Feeds it over to the left side to Bauer. To Sand. Cross-court pass over to the right side. Kilbottom out to Bauer. To Hoyt. To Bauer. To Sand on the right. Over to the left to Kilbottom.
Gotta watch for the covers.
To Hoyt. Down in the left corner. She dribbles it back around through the paint. Gets it over to Sand, tries the right side, then gets it out to Bauer. Bauer drives into the lane, puts it up, and it crawls in. 40-34, 6-point lead with 5 minutes to go. Bertram Schofield across the timeline. Into the lane, turns, tries to put it up, got fouled. I think the foul is going to be on Bauer. Nope, I'm wrong. Foul's on Hoyt.
Sure, first.
It's the 6th team foul, so the Vikings will be in the bonus from here on as well. First shot is up. It's good.
Yeah, we're not in crucial time yet, but every free throw is important for Colfax.
Emily Bertram Schofield at the line for her second. It's on the way. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Hoyt. Down the floor comes Durand. They get it over to the right side to Chloe Oth. Down to Kilbotton in the right corner. Back out high to Bauer. To Sand at the top of the key. Over to Bauer, high, wide, and right. Over to the left side to Oth, then down to Kilbotton. To Sand.
Durand
back
can run
out
some
high
clock.
to Hoyt. Hoyt on the dribble, being guarded by Bertram Schofield. And we have a timeout being called by the Durand Panthers. It's the Panthers 40, Vikings 35. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
We're back here in Durand with the Vikings trailing by 5, 4:30 to go. Durand has the ball. Inbounding on the far side. Hoyt to inbound it. She gets it into Kilbotton in the backcourt. Across the timeline. Takes it into the lane, feeds it underneath, ball gets knocked out of bounds, but evidently it was out of bounds off of Durand. It'll be Viking ball.
Yeah, good job by Colfax. They were in trouble there, and Jasmine Best bailed them out.
Ball comes into Bovey. She's on the dribble. Picks up the dribble, gets it to Barstead, feeds it down to Shipman on the left side, and we get a shove. A shove by Emma Hoyt, and that should put Bovey to the line for the 1-and-1. First shot is up. It's no good. Durand comes away with the rebound, coming up on 4 minutes remaining. Down the floor come the Panthers. And we have a timeout on the floor called by Durand. So, with 3:54 to go, it's Durand 40, Vikings 35. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you have a high-deductible health plan, opening a health savings account at Dairy State Bank will allow you to save tax-free dollars to pay for a long list of health-related services allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. You can use a debit card or check to pay for expenses and access your account through online or mobile banking. Visit DairyStateBank.com to learn more about HSAs and online or mobile banking. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Bremer Avenue in Colfax.
Back at Durand High School, Vikings trailing by 5. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Durand with the ball. Hoyt inbounds it to Kilbotton. Barstead covering her. Kilbotton got it in the backcourt, gets it across the timeline. Feeds it over to Chloe Oth on the left side. She takes it up between the circles, over to Sand, back to Chloe Oth. Down into the corner to Hoyt. Out to Bauer at the top of the key. To Kilbotton on the left. Chloe Oth down in the corner. We have a whistle.
I think we got Bovey. Durand's going to slow it down, run some clock.
And the foul is on Bovey. It's her third. 6th team foul on the Vikings. Ball comes in to Sand. Down into the corner. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, and we're going to get a foul called on Best. It's going to put Bauer to the line for the 1-and-1.
They'll both be in the bonus now.
Shot goes up. It's good. 41-35. Ball goes off the back of the iron. Vikings come away with it. And down the floor comes Best.
All right, see if Colfax can put something together right now.
Barstead with it. She's looking for somebody to move. Bertram Schofield puts it up and in. 41-37, 4-point game. Sand with it. Feeds it down underneath and laying it up and in is Hoyt.
Colfax can't be trading points right now.
Best comes down the across the timeline. Feeds it over to Bovey. Back to Best. Best to Bertram Schofield. Back out. Ball gets stolen away. Down the floor comes off. Feeds it over to Hoyt, who lays it in. And we have a timeout being called by the Vikings. 45-37, Durand on top with 2:34 to go, and you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When you've checked that hayfield and find it's time to harvest, give a call to Aaron's Custom Baling. Aaron will provide you with 4x5 net-wrapped round bales. He can even give your bales that spruced up look with select custom netting if you'd like. Serving Western Wisconsin, that's Aaron's Custom Baling. Call 715-202-0118.
45-37, Durand on top, 2:34 to go. 8-point game. Vikings have a hole to dig out of. Barstead to inbound it. To Bovey in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline. Loses her footing. Ball's loose. And we have a timeout called by Durand. I'm not sure if they're going to say Durand had possession or not. And folks, don't forget, coming up in just a few days, next Monday, we have a basketball doubleheader for you from Prairie Farm. Boys game first against the Panthers, and then the girls will play another Panther team at that time when they take on the Prairie Farm Panthers. Both those games Monday night. Boys pregame show starts at 5:25, and then the girls, that'll start after the boys game. And then we follow that up with a broadcast doubleheader with the boys down in Mondovi, followed by the girls on a same-day broadcast against Altoona from Colfax. That's on Tuesday. So we have 4 games coming up in the first 2 days. Dan's going to be absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah. Just another day in the office for me.
All right, Durand to inbound the ball. They get it to Sand. Now the ball gets tied up. Jump ball call. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings.
All right, let's see if Colfax can work it around and maybe get, I would say, McKenna Shipman open for 3. Maddie Barstead for 3.
All right, Bovey looking to inbound it. Gets it into Bertram Schofield, puts up the 3, no good. Rebound taken down by Durand.
Get a steal.
And Kilbottom gets fouled I think by Barstead, but I'm not sure. I'm wrong more often than I'm right. Hey, I'm right this time. That's the third foul on Barstead. Evidently, they fixed that foul in the first half.
Well.
First shot on the way, it's good. 46-37. Second shot on the way, it's also good. We have a 10-point game. I don't know if point differential makes a whole lot of difference, but the Vikings won by 9 up at Colfax. Bertram Schofield with a long three, no good. Rebound taken down by Durand. Down the floor all by herself is Bauer, and she circles around to run some clock. And we get a foul called on, I think he meant 24. No, maybe Shipman. Foul's on Shipman, it's her fourth. Bauer with the shot, it's good. Second shot is on the way. It's no good. Rebound taken out of Shipman's hands, and we're going to get a foul called down in the corner. Foul's on Bovey.
Is that her fourth? It is.
Yes, it is. That'll put Sand to the line. Minute 51 to go. First shot is good. We're now at a 12-point game. Second shot up, it's no good. Shipman with a rebound. Barstead quickly down the floor. Takes it into the paint. Tries to feed it over to Shipman. Ball got tipped out of bounds. Vikings will keep possession.
Colfax says if I just get the ball in the hoop right now, just get 2 points.
Bovey gets it out to Best. Three-pointer, she hit that three! Jasmine Best with a three-pointer. And a timeout called. So with a timeout on the floor, it's Durand 49, Vikings 40. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came in for!
Our next game will be on Monday, January 31st when the Vikings travel to Prairie Farm to take on the Prairie Farm Panthers. This will be part 1 of a doubleheader from Prairie Farm with the Viking girls to follow. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 5:25 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Monday, January 31st.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School girls basketball. Our next game will be on Monday, January 31st when the Vikings travel to Prairie Farm to take on the Prairie Farm Panthers. This is game 2 of a doubleheader from Prairie Farm. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at approximately 6:55.
And the ball got inbounded and knocked out of bounds by the Vikings. Vikings trailing by 9 with a minute 39 to go. Durand to inbound the ball. Looking for somewhere to go, gets it into Kilbottom. To Best. And she got fouled by Best. So Kilbottom to the line. 4-2 because they're in the double bonus. First shot is up, it's good. 50-40. Second shot on the way, it's also good. 51-40. Best picks up the ball, takes it across the time. Gets it to Bovey, puts up the three, no good. Bertram Schofield tries to put it back up, got fouled. Foul is going to be on Kilbottom. That's her first. Bertram Schofield at the line. Shot goes up, it's good. 51-41. Second shot is also good. 51-42.
It's a big hill to climb for Colfax, but there's a glimmer.
And we have a timeout called by the Durand Panthers. Minute 28 to go. We have a 9-point game. And Dan, I think what's going on here, because a 9-point game with a minute and a half to go, I don't think it would be quite so stressful, except that I think point differential matters at the end of the season. And right now, they're dead even.
Yeah. This got to be the closest game I've seen all season so far. This will be interesting. See what the coaches does. You know, Colfax still has a couple left, but you know, if this game goes to tight or something, Durand don't have any timeouts left.
It's so right now with the Vikings, if this game stays the way it is, the Vikings, Elk Mound, and Durand will all be tied with one loss. Vikings still have to play Elk Mound one more time. So one of those three teams, and Durand has to play Elk Mound twice. So this thing's wide open right now. Hoyt to inbound the ball for Durand. They get it in to Chloe Oth. She's covered, ball gets over to Kilbottom, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Foul's on Bovey. I think that's number 5.
On who?
On Bovey.
Jillian, that is her 5th.
She finishes the game with 5 points. Kilbottom at the line for 2. First shot is up. No good. Kilbottom's second shot is on the way. It's good. Madison Kilbottom. Best with it across the timeline. 52-42. Arstead with it, gets it over to Best. Coming up on a minute to go. Barstead has it, lays it up, it goes in, she draws the harm. A minute 1 remaining, Maddie Barstead gets the 2.
Yeah, good cut there by Maddie Barstead.
And drew the harm. 52-44.
See if the foul's on Kilbottom. They didn't throw it up on the...
Shot goes up, it's no good. No, they did not put it up on the scoreboard. And we have a whistle. And a foul on the Vikings. They'll put this one up. Yeah, they put that one up nice and quick. That's on Emily Bertram Schofield. It's her 3rd. Hoyt at the line. First shot is no good. Under a minute to go. 58 and some change. Second shot on the way. That one's good. 53-44. Down the floor comes Best. Best feeds it underneath the Bertram Schofield. Puts it up. It does not go in. And she gets the foul. Bauer going to go back to the line. 46 seconds remaining.
These refs are terrible.
Bertram Schofield with the shot. It's good. Or not, check that. That's Bauer with the shot. Bertram Schofield with the 4th foul on her tonight. Second shot is good. 55-44. An 11-point game. Best on the dribble. Coming down the floor. Best. Getting it over to Hydorn. To Barstead. Launches a 3. In and out, no good. Rebound. Taken down by the Vikings, but she lost control as it went out of bounds. Best tried to control it, but she went to the floor and lost control of the ball. She went down. Sand with it. And got it into Hoyt, who got fouled immediately by Bertram Schofield. I believe that's 5 on her. And it is. So how many points for Bertram Schofield after all that?
8 for Emily.
Hoyt at the line. Shot is up and good. 56-44. Olsen, by the way, came into the lineup for Bertram Schofield. Second shot on the way. That's also good. 57-44. Vikings down the floor. Best on the dribble. Coming up on 20 seconds. Best tries to put it up. Shot gets blocked, and we get a foul right away. Foul's on Barstead. That'll be number 4 on her. Hajdukovic into the lineup for Shipman. No, change that. She's in for Best. So the shot by Kilbottom is up, no good. .2 seconds. Second shot on the way, in and out, no good. Barstead with the rebound, quickly down the floor. She pulls up, keeps the dribble going, takes it into the lane, lays it up, it doesn't go in, gets her own rebound, tries to go up and gets a foul. Foul's gonna be on Madison Sand. That's her 4th. Barstead with the double bonus. First shot on the way, it's good. Second shot on the way, it's also good. Ball comes into Kilbottom. 6 seconds remaining. Sand with it. Over to Kilbottom, and there's the horn. And the final score. The Durand Panthers upset the Vikings 57-46. Puts the two teams in a tie in the loss column in the Dunn St. Croix Conference, and we'll have some more talk about this during Viking postgame. Hopefully we'll get Coach Serrar up here to talk with us as well. But we have Viking postgame coming up right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Girls Basketball. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where we'll take a look back at today's Viking game.
now for Viking Postgame, with a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. And now, Viking Postgame.
And we're back here at Durand High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Chris Olson on the camera. And the Vikings drop one tonight, 57-46 to the Panthers, giving the Vikings their first loss in the Dun St. Croix Conference, so they dropped to 8-1.
Not me tonight. I didn't touch anything.
Everything